Hi guys, welcome back to Underdog Eventing. At the moment, you're going to be seeing this little video montage of Honey from 8 months old when we first saw her up until, I guess, all the baby years. So Honey didn't get broken in until she was 5 years old. So you're just seeing this little montage of all the photos we got up until that point. We've got, as you can see, us there just practicing, the girls mounting up on her. So that was just to help her get used to having weight on her back. Then when she was 3 or 4, we started lunging her, just as something to do. Then before she went up to be broken in, we got her used to having a bit. There we are now backed and riding away. You can see Honey's a little wild in the canter, especially for the first few years. And now you get to enjoy a video of our speedy canter. She lacked balance, so we did do a lot of lunging, but I think looking back now, the speed comes from a lack of balance. It's also really deep sand in that school, which didn't help her out that much. So while we were at that yard, we went to our first show, we went on pub rides. We also did a little bit of, I say a little bit because I mean a little bit, I have rubbish balance, of bareback riding. Little video here of Honey's love of bananas. She also loves pears, and getting my younger sisters involved. So you'll see they were involved right from the start when she was a baby, but now they're a bit bigger. There's Becca having her first ever sit on Honey. Proper ride around on the lunge. And at the yard, as well as the arena, we had lots of night. Well, I say lots of night. We didn't. We had two hacks. One was around the village. And there's Toby enjoying the ride. And poor little Bex is walking the other two doggies. And we had one field we could ride around, but they had lots of grass for the horses, which was nice. But I have to say the least confident I was on Honey was around these fields. They were the most scary, I'd say. I think it took me a long time to canter her in a field, a very long time. And that bites me in the ass when we move a little bit later, which you'll see. But here it's probably our first year of jumping. So she was probably about 6. And I just thought I'd insert this little clip because she's so cute. She was like, yep, ready for a hack, and like playing around with it. She's so sweet. So yeah, then we moved yards. So we moved yards twice in 6. It was in a year, I think. We moved every 6 months for 2 yards. But here we are on a fun ride with a friend. That was the first time I was able to sit down with Honey in a field, which was nice. This is where we moved yards again, but I only got a couple of clips. And the first yard we were at, we were there for about 8 years. And then this yard we've been at, like where we've moved to now, where you can see Honey's rolling around. Which has got lots of nice grass and grazing. We've been there, I think, about 8 years now. It's quite a long time. And we moved to this yard, and this is where we've eventually settled, just because we got the other two. I was so lucky where the first livery yard we were on was, because everyone was really nice. And then we moved off there, and the 2 livery yards we went to after that were really bitchy. I just didn't get on with it. So we finally found a farm which was kind of private, so it was only us and a couple other people on there, and we've stayed ever since. It's been so nice, and the horses love the grass, but there's no arena, but we do have hacking, so you'll see in the next video in a minute. The hacking's nice and quiet, which suits Corrie in particular, because Honey's not too bothered by cars, but Corrie's not a fan. But yeah, even so quiet that I can bring the dog. But one of the things was that we then had to start riding on grass more, which I said earlier in the video, I didn't really like to ride in the grass. I wasn't very confident, so the first thing I did was kind of like lunge around just to get Honey used to working on grass rather than an arena. But you'll see the jumps have gone way down because I was terrified of jumping her on the grass. Then I was trying to find a way of making it normal, so I put a jump up on a hack route back. But yeah, it's not very pretty. So then we started lunging on the jumps instead to see if that went better. And you'll see there's ground poles on some of these jumps, especially ones where I'm first beginning to like ride her again, because she used to bronc after the jump. So I found having ground poles on both sides meant she was having to concentrate where her feet were, so then she couldn't bronc. But it worked really well. And then last year, this was our last jump last year. Or was it the year before? Year before. So we got our confidence back then. So here we are hacking one of the hacks around many fields. But yeah, now we can canter uphill quite confidently. And then from cantering up hills confidently, we were able to start just cantering on the flat. And she was being a good girl. The only time she'll try and bronk you off now or drop a shoulder is if you let go of a rein. If Honey feels very unsupported, she tells you she doesn't like it. But she's such a good girl now. You can see that we've gone from baby Honey all the way up to where the girls can ride her now. So that's my younger sister being led on her. She's not as horsey, so hence why she's still at lead rein part. And here's Becca having a quick school on the grass. So isn't it crazy how much time has changed? But I would say this was 2 years ago, I think, as well. So we didn't get many videos last year, or photos, really. But yeah, it's just really sweet watching all the videos back. And we thought we'd done one with Corrie from broodmare to dressage, where we've got her up to. So I thought, need to do one of Honey. But the thing is, I've had Honey from being 16. So the videos are limited. We have so many photos of her, but not many videos. So it's nice this year, now we're getting back into it, that we've got a nice mix of both come in. But it's another nice early morning hack. So if you guys have been keeping track of the channel, you'll realise I'm a morning person. I prefer hacking quite early, which during the heat wave has worked out quite well. But yeah, and this is Becca hacking on it. I'm on Corrie behind. And this is what we're trying to work on. Like, Honey is 17 now, and I still can't ride her in much of a contact. She doesn't work well over her back. It's just not. We want to make this a prettier picture before we start eventing. And now we can take her out once a month. We're able to start jumping mostly. So I'm trying to save doing some dressage for maybe nearer the end of the year into the next year. We'll see. I keep changing my mind about when I'm going to do it. But look, she's such a good girl. I can ride and lead with Corrie, and I trust Honey because, like, Honey doesn't mind ropes and things being around her butt, because that's the positive thing when you've had them from babies. They're pretty bomb proof, whereas Corrie's a bit spookier. But this is what I mean by taking photos. It's Honey with her first haircut. So I used to love her having a long mane. But I guess as we've got older now, I quite like it a little bit shorter. She looks more like a show jumpy size now. It's very cute. And then we had these really nice photos done a few years back. So I thought I'd share them because they're really cute. And these photos were by Something from the Heart. So make sure you check out her Instagram account. But they were very cute. And then that photo was one of the only photos I got last year of us riding. Honey smiling. And then this is how we finished. This is where we've left off to, but in a little bit of slow-mo. So we've got another jump class hopefully next week if the heat wave doesn't come back, because we already had to cancel one. But yeah, I think that is it. I've tried to talk through as quickly as I can. But I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Bye.